So I just watched Years and Years and it was fairly decent. I'm gonna cut to the chase and say my only motive for watching the show was to see how Russell T Davies' writing has developed since his days of Doctor Who.
Guess who's back? Back again. Shady's back. Tell her.
So with the announcement that he's now returning as showrunner has got me pretty excited. Obviously during Russell's time on Doctor Who, he did sometimes comes off as pretty strange. But the guy was my favourite showrunner out of the three, and I'm not really all that familiar of Russell's work outside of Doctor Who, so let's see what he brings to the table. Years and Years is a mini-series that came out in 2019. It's about a middle-class British family that's rocked by its nation's political, economical and technological advantages in its span of 15 years. Honestly, I was super impressed with the show opening pilot. Its scary and satirical in nature of a dystopian future was refreshing, whilst also creating building blocks for this family that added a sense of soul to these characters. It laid a really strong foundation in its first episode that definitely made me wanting more. It struck such a perfect balance of characters and its settings that I couldn't see it fumble in future episodes. Well, it does. It was something I was expecting going into the show, knowing Russell T Davies was creator of the series. It's not that big of a problem, but to me it is. Because when you set a foundation in a pilot that's really good, you can't deteriorate from it. You either hit that same consistency or improve and one up the other. And in this case, where the first two episodes had a perfect balance of soap drama and dystopian problems, in future episodes it's a soap drama that just so happens to be in a dystopian future. The more I was watching it, the more pointless it became exploring these characters' dynamics in future settings. Listen, I'm all for character and drama. Russell was probably the person that introduced me to the importance of caring for people you've never met on a blank screen. But he pulls away from its groundwork of the show. They start introducing us to annoying characters, its satirical nature is lost in future episodes. Instead of letting you think for yourself, it does sometimes become a bit preachy. There was also a moment in the show that didn't pack a punch due to some characters not being reactionary to the situation that completely took me out of the scene. Some of these character journeys have promising setups, but later on I just stopped caring, which is something I don't really associate with Russell T Davies writing. But all in all, the entirety of the show had the potential to be great, but instead ends up being reasonably enjoyable. But there was still a lot of things to appreciate. Daniel and Vivian being standouts, Daniel having the best personal journey from the family by far. There's a lot of promise to be had, and some of it does get fulfilled. I was also honestly surprised by some of the story setups and settings of the near future. The reality of it became very surreal to the point it did feel frightening. And that was probably what made me resonate with me the most. Had I watched this in 2019, before the state we're living in now, my opinion could have been a bit different. On a personal level, I came to understand struggle, hardship and future endeavours that I'm still yet to face. And it's terrifying to even think about. Because let's face it could go even further downhill from here. In the last couple of years, it was probably just the beginning.
The US airstrike has killed Iran's most important military commander.
What the United States did yesterday should have been done long ago.
Paying the fallout over the downing of a passenger plane over Tehran.
This is the dawn of a new era. It is potentially a moment of real national renewal and change.
From mystery illness,
Called it COVID-19.
From this evening, I must give the British people a very simple instruction. You must stay home.
first person with coronavirus to die in the UK.
Deaths here in the UK so far to 35.
122,605.
100,000. 200,000
1 million people.
5 million.
15 million deaths occurred globally due to the pandemic. Confirming that the Duke of Edinburgh has died.
Mr. Speaker, I want to apologise.
Prime Minister Boris Johnson has faced heavy criticism from MPs in the wake of the lockdown parties.
I thought it was a work event, and Mr. Speaker,
Is he now going to do the decent thing and
breaking news this morning. Russia's invasion of Ukraine officially now underway.
Мною принято решение о проведении специальной военной операции.
Cost of living in the UK is rising.
Inflation is at a 40-year high with food
Prices
and
are soaring, economy shrinking.
Many more people could be joining this grim subset of our economy.
Good luck.